Anytime that there's a child in the mix, you know, there's that unconditional love, protection, support. You just want to see them happy.
We talk about it with our guys all the time that these are going to be the lifelong relationships that you build amongst your peers. Well, he gets an opportunity to do that with his father.
Ugh. I hate when I lose.
Off the field, you know, man, I just love being around him. He's always put me first in front of his job. That doesn't go unnoticed.
I think the best thing you did all year was you just kept playing. To only make 4 errors and 220 chances, I just think how much better you got from your freshman year to now. You always want to try to live your life through your kids and see them be more successful than you were. So there was always that hope that he would want to be an athlete. I didn't really worry about that as much as I just enjoyed him. There's always been that expectation that we were just going to try to stay in the moment and really enjoy it as much as we could. There you go.
You want that flight?
Yeah. That's the flight.
My love for baseball, you know, it started young. Whenever I was around the team, you know, I saw how much fun all the older guys were having, and you know, they really took an interest in me.
The players were the village that surrounded him, that helped raise him and teach him about the culture that was being taught from Coach Giarratano, that filtered down through the players and back into Nico. So he was surrounded by it at all times.
He was probably the worst bat boy we've ever had, and I think that's a good thing. He never really embraced going to get the bats and bringing them back. What he embraced was playing catch with the players. What he embraced were the rallies in the dugout. What he embraced was the road trip and being part of the team.
I get to see the ups most of the time, which were great, but the downs, which I learned from. But yeah, you know, the energy and the fun they have. Got to go to Nebraska for the first time, see the regionals, and I traveled with the team. We took a private jet. You know, it was magical for me.
I've always seen the determination. I've always seen the relaxation. I've always seen the game knowledge. But when I started to see the strength develop was something that I really started to think, wow, he's really going to be a college player. He was sought after by a lot of schools, and he was a good player. There were a lot of people that were very shy about it and stayed away from him because they didn't want to take him away. I didn't want to use my power over him or any of my influence to try to tell him what to do, and I think I've done that with all the kids I've recruited. I've let them make their decision based on what was important to them.
The important stuff is the coaches and what the culture's about, and that made the decision actually really easy for me to come here because, you know, it's something you can't find anywhere else.
He's a very savvy player. He has a very good feel for the game. His instincts and his intuition in the game are very, very good. He knows where he needs to be. He knows when he needs to be there. Just the subtle nuances that a lot of players don't pick up on come very natural.
Ground ball and short should be 2. Giarratano to second, to first.
Nico has a calmness to him during games, and he has the ability to look in there and almost put coach at ease because Nico understands what needs to be done.
It's an unbelievable feeling to have a child that has a dream and he's living the dream, and you're watching him live the dream. And then you're watching him be successful inside of that dream. I can't tell you how overwhelmed with emotion or how happy I am when he's successful.
Line drive, left field, base hit. They're gonna wave him home, and the Dons lead 7-6.
To enjoy this with my dad and have him come out and see Nico play.
Here we go, man!
Just to see the look on his face, for him to be able to see his grandson play at a high level and be such a good player.
Come on, babe!
It's all been worth it, all the hard work, all the labor of love. Him instilling the love of baseball into me and him pushing me to be successful, and then me pushing Nico, and it just, the whole circle's kind of working out to be complete. When we look back at it, we always said the 4 years that we spend in college together, or when we look back at it 20 years from then, are going to be unbelievable. It's going to create a bond.
To be able to, come to USF, play for my dad, see my parents every day, it's a blessing. He's really what got me involved in the game in the first place, and that's why I love the game, is because of him.
Just to be on the sidelines and watch the relationship between him and his father grow in the game of baseball and outside of the game of baseball, and to see the kind of man that he's become is a very proud moment for the entire USF family.
He's really grown into being his own man, and he's done it all because of what he's done with the support of his parents and the support of this community. That's the most special part, is that he's now not just Nino's son, he's Nico. He's Nico Giarratano, and he's someone who's developed his own name, and he's ready to go fly, and that's the neat thing.